Let's get real. Can you survive in Russia as an international student just on a part-time job? This is the big question, and it's not just about scraping by. It's about whether you can live, study, and enjoy your time there without feeling stressed every single day. A lot of students dream about heading to Russia for college. The universities are well known, the culture is rich, and let's be honest, the photos of Moscow in winter look amazing on Instagram. But dreams and reality don't always line up. Russia is not the easiest place for foreign students to work off campus legally. The rules are strict, and if you don't have a scholarship or family support, you'll need to think carefully about how you'll pay for everything. The cost of living is not as high as in Western Europe, but it's not cheap either. Most Russian universities are in big cities like Moscow, St. Petersburg, or Kazan. Rents are higher in these cities. Food and transportation add up quickly. If you are thinking you'll just grab a part-time gig and cruise through, it's time for some real talk. Let's break down what life is like for international students in Russia, and see if that part-time job is really enough to keep you going. If you have a scholarship, your life in Russia is much easier. Most scholarships cover your tuition. Many also give you a spot in a university dormitory. This is a big deal. Dorms are much cheaper than renting your own apartment. Some scholarships also give a small monthly stipend, called a stipendia. It won't make you rich, but it helps pay for basics like food and phone data. Self-funded students, on the other hand, have to pay for everything. Tuition is the biggest expense, but housing and daily costs add up fast. Many students think they can handle these costs with a part-time job. But here's the catch. Russia doesn't have a lot of flexible student jobs, and the pay is not high. Also, international students need a work permit to get most jobs, and the process can be tough. Scholarship students also have less stress. They don't have to worry about landlords or missing rent. Their dorm is usually on or near campus. This means less time and money spent on transportation. They can spend more time studying or exploring Russian culture. So scholarships don't just save you money. They save you from stress and give you more time to enjoy your student life. Let's talk numbers. In Moscow, a dorm room in a student hostel might cost $30 to $80 per month if you have a scholarship. Without a scholarship, renting a single apartment can cost $300 to $600 per month. Even a shared room in a private apartment will usually be around $150 to $250 a month. In smaller cities, housing is cheaper, but it's still a big part of your monthly budget. Food is another major cost. If you cook at home, you'll spend around $100 to $150 per month on groceries. Eating out is more expensive. A meal in a student cafeteria might cost $2 to $5. Fast food is $4 to $6 per meal. Personal items, internet, and public transport could add another $50 to $100 per month. All these costs add up quickly. That's why even Russian students often live with family or in dorms. It's easy to underestimate how much you'll spend in a month, especially in big cities where prices are higher. If you're thinking about surviving on a part-time job, these costs are what you'll need to cover first, before you buy any souvenirs or travel around Russia. The most common part-time jobs are tutoring, especially teaching English. Some students work as language partners for Russian students who want to practice English. Others find work in restaurants, cafes, or as delivery drivers. Sometimes, students get jobs on campus helping with administration or university events. Most part-time jobs pay around 300 to 500 rubles per hour, which is about $3 to $5. If you work 20 hours per week, you might earn $250 to $400 a month after taxes. It's not a lot, especially in bigger cities where housing is expensive. Also, getting a legal job as a foreign student means you need a work permit. This process can be slow and confusing. The pros of working part-time are obvious. You earn money, get experience, and practice your Russian skills. But there are cons too. Balancing work and study is hard. Part-time work eats up your free time. If you work too much, your grades can drop, and that's risky if you're on a scholarship with academic requirements. In short, part-time jobs help, but they won't cover all your costs, especially if you're self-funded. Here's the truth. Surviving in Russia as a self-funded student with only a part-time job is very hard. Most international students who make it work have a mix of savings, family help, and maybe a little money from a side job. Scholarships make everything so much easier. They take care of the biggest expenses and give you peace of mind. If you're serious about studying in Russia, your first step should be applying for scholarships. Check the Russian government's Open Doors Scholarship, university scholarships, and programs in your home country. Start early. The competition is tough, but it's worth it. Scholarships don't just help you financially, they also make you part of a student community. You meet other scholarship students, get support from your university, and can focus on why you came to Russia in the first place, to learn and grow. So, don't gamble your future on a part-time job alone. Put your effort into finding a scholarship. It's the best way to survive and thrive in Russia as an international student.